Hello and welcome to THFC Till I Die, your home of Tottenham past, present and the exciting future under Ange Postecoglou as the mighty Spurs are back tomorrow at home to Everton as we look for 3 points to get our season back on track after that bit of a seesaw game against Leicester on Monday where the first half we were absolutely fantastic and then we lost our way and ended up the game well. But joining me tonight, of course, on this special night for the channel, of course, it is our 3rd birthday. We are 3 years old. We're now out of diapers. We can now drink. We can now drive. We can smoke. We can go to nightclubs. We're that aging, but we're aging as rebels. We're the rebel, still the rebel channel. Of course, joining me, of course, is the Godfather himself, Mr. Philip Brady, and of course Boris as well, the young. Boris is a bit like us. Is he young Spursan? Do you know? Is he young Spursan? Do you know what I mean? He's like us. We'll start with you, Philip. How are you tonight, sir?
Yeah, I'm okay. 3 years of age. Kindergarten is what I'll be going to next, I think, you know. I think we have to go there. Yeah. We go to nightclubs anyway. But anyway. No. No, I mean, I must say, congratulations on reaching 3 years. It's a great achievement in this dog-eat-dog world of social media.
It certainly is. And Boris, the newest member of the THFC Till I Die family. You know, and also just very quick, go to you, Boris. Philip, I mean, you've been with me for the last sort of 2 years. So a massive thank you to you as well for being there for the last 2 of them. So
no problem. Glad to play a small part in it.
Yeah, well, we did have a video of your first ever appearance.
Please don't show that again. Please don't show that again.
We are going to show it. I am going to find it. It will be shown. It has to be shown. Philip Brady's first appearance when we were at TTG. It's got to be shown. So I will find it and I will get it done. Boris, how are you this evening, sir? The newest member of the family. Hopefully you'll be able to take over from me when I retire. Do you know, you can become the new Dermatron. What do you reckon to that? Boris-tron.
Boris-tron.
I would like that, but first I need to escape a loony bin first. But yeah, it's great to be here. It's great to see that the channel's reached its 3rd year. I know I haven't been here that long, probably around a half a year, almost a year at this point. But at the end of the day, we're a massive family here, and onwards and upwards, as everybody says, and hopefully by the end of the season we'll end up getting 2,000 subs.
Yeah, well, we're not far. We're only 90 away. So come on, get your granny, get your dog, cat, even go down to the local graveyard and get your great-great-grandfather to hit that gun. Let's do what Donald Trump said what happened in the last election. Let's just follow that road. Let's go down that road.
All we need is 9. I want you to find me 910 votes, or whatever it was. Sorry, 90 votes. 90 votes.
Yeah.
90 votes.
I remember, right? I was watching the video, and he was pleading with the fella from I forget what state it was.
Georgia.
Please give me 11,700 votes, and I'm saying, please just give us 90 subs, please.
Oh, lovely.
As the Tottenham Stig would say, making Spurs great again. That's the Tottenham Stig. Some say, right, he's not here tonight, but some say he's at a disco with Donald Trump's wife.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Some say.
They put a picture up on the screen of Baron Trump, you know, his son.
Yeah.
And a picture of Melania's tennis coach from a number of years ago. Let's just say they look rather alike.
Yeah. Anyway, Boris may not have caught up the stick. We've got a new member called the Tottenham Stick, Boris.
Got you.
Yeah.
Do they sound similar to one of our other hosts? I'm guessing.
Well, some say, we don't know. We do know he's got a beard. We do know that. We know some. And we also know he is illegal in 17 US states. And we learned something last night. He punched a horse to the ground.
Was the horse an Arsenal fan?
Yeah, it was.
That makes more sense now.
So we're learning. He's a Spurs fan. We're learning this. Stig at Tottenham 6 a Spurs fan. So we're learning a lot about him. Hello, you know who you are.
Evening, Carl.
If you're watching, mentioning no names. Hello.
There used to be a Spurs channel in here some time ago. You know, I wonder where it went to.
It went after it started as a Spurs channel, but it only lasted about 5 minutes, and then it just went to a free for all. But anyway, listen, Philip, do you want to go through the chat? I've got to change my headset because the one I've got on keeps falling out of my ear roll. So I'm now going to do this live on air. Watch everyone what happens. So if you want to read out the first one.
Right, Hot God is saying, good evening, everyone. Hope all is well. Come on, you Spurs. And Milton all the way from down under in Australia. Whoops.
Right, I'm back now, Philip. I'm back. Okay, now.
You
can sit back and relax now.
Right, okay.
As the gov. Can I just say what a great video you did the other day on the Everton history thing, Philip? And Ref Watch as well. Ref Watch is proving very popular. One thing about Ref Watch, you weren't. I don't know if Boris would agree with me. You weren't Dermot Gallagher enough, going in full guns blazing, like calling them out.
That's because there wasn't too many incidents to rave about. There was a couple of them. Neither of them were extremely that contentious. So don't worry, there will be weekends when you'll be having me on after 9 o'clock at night. Don't worry.
Yeah. Anyway, we're done. Big up to Milton. He's lovely. Carl says, good evening, gents. Hope you're all well. And everyone in the chat, we're grand. Milton says, 3 years down and many more years to come. Let's hope so. Big up Dermo, Phil, Tequila, Boris. Lots of love from Australia. And we cannot forget Colm.
Oh, no,
Colm, who's not well at the moment, guys. He was due on tonight, but he's not well. Colm has been a godsend for me tech-wise. And we're hoping to get we're in the middle of hopefully getting a really big sponsor for the channel. Now, if it comes true, it'll be something. It'll bring the channel into another dimension. So fingers crossed. And Colm is dealing for that for us. So Colm is, as well as our tech guy, he's our business guy. Carl Simpson, congratulations on the 3 years. Thank you so much, Carl. Very kind of you. DJ Samuel, good evening. Congratulations on 3 years. Thank you. Oh God, happy 3rd birthday, Dermot and Philip. Thank you so much. Yeah, it seems only yesterday, Philip, we started together to rebrand of the channel.
Yeah, yes. I don't know where the time has gone, really. It's been. No.
You were younger looking with hair. I was younger looking with the dummy. Now look at this. We're both grey. You're losing your hair.
Oh, Dermot, you should know that comes from supporting Tottenham. They put years on it.
It's got nothing to do with working on this channel, no.
No.
Even my beard's going grey from like supporting Spurs for 4 years.
Looking like they're 65, It's just
right. Okay. So when can I start calling you Sir Bill Nick then, or Sir Philip Brady? When can we start calling the Sir bit?
No, don't please ever call me that.
Okay, Sir Philip.
You're like the guy that was the comedian that was employed at a works do, right? And before he went on, he said, hang on, the managing director gave me a list of subjects I'm not to talk about tonight. I just want to run down to make sure I don't leave any of them out.
Carl Simpson.
Names.
Yeah. Oh, is that the one up in Galway? No. You know what I mean, Philip. The party in Galway, you know what I mean.
All right, okay.
There's only one Dermatron, and he's Cockeral. Damn.
Oh dear, that one's been causing trouble the whole time, isn't it?
It's after 9 o'clock. It's not as bad.
Yeah. Do you know Mrs. Tron tried it the other day, right? Even she got it wrong. It is a tongue twister. I don't care. She even said to me, Stig likes his gear stick pinch.
Yeah.
We went from the show's going on to talking about Stig's gear shift.
I'm lucky. I drive an automatic.
Yeah, you can tell where this is going already. DJ says, and he's an
it's after 9 o'clock. It's after 9 o'clock.
Anyway, right. DJ's saying some say he is an ex-back. We just don't know DJ anything about him. All we know he's the Tottenham Stig. That's all we know. Peter and big up Peter, big up Dermot and Philip, big up Peter. We've got Andy in 135. Evening, lads and ladies and gents. Evening, Andy. I'm doing well. Talk about Colin. Yeah, clap your hands 3 times and he appears. Afternoon, gents. Sorry I couldn't be part of the celebrations tonight. Under the weather at the moment. Have a wonderful show. Happy birthday, THFC, till I die.
Get well soon.
Get well soon. But I'm going to lay a little tribute to Colin, and then Philip, hopefully you after me. You've been nothing but you've brought us to the next level since you joined the channel, which you helped tech-wise. Well, working with us, coming in at short notice, and the Full-Time Sports Network as well, who we're partnered with on YouTube, have been nothing but helpful. And you're one of the nicest guys on YouTube. And we're very privileged and proud to have you part of our channel and to be part of the Full-Time Sports Network as well. Philip, do you want to say anything to Colin?
Oh yeah, I've seen some techie experts that do great work, but Colin, yours is the best I've seen. It's brilliant. It really is. It's so professional. It really is great. And I know you did a wee thing for me as well on a personal basis, which I'm raving about still. So keep it up, man. It's great to have you. Well, sometime we might just convert you to be a Tottenham fan, but that's further down the road, you know. But
he's already saying THFC till I die, so he's already one step there. So
yeah, well, we just have to keep moving on him, you know, keep moving on. But get well soon, Colin, man. Come back in soon.
Yeah, Carl, your job's tonight's to convert Colin. And also big up to he's also a Cork man as well, so big up to from the man from the Rebel County. It was yesterday was my great cousin's birthday yesterday.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know who I mean.
You know someone leaves flowers on his grave every week religiously.
Yeah.
It's a woman from Paris, apparently.
Yeah. The only man who drove the British out of Ireland.
Yeah, you heard that story.
Yeah, go on.
Whenever the day the handover took place, it was supposed to happen at 2:00.
Yeah.
Because Michael Collins deliberately kept the British envoy waiting until 2:45. And your man said, Mr. Collins, you're 45 minutes late. He said, what the hell? We've been trying to get rid of you for 700 years. So another 45 minutes won't make any difference.
Sorry, Boris. It's a bit of a...
It's a Michael Collins joke, Boris.
Michael
Collins.
Don't worry, mate. Don't worry.
You need to watch that film, though. I'm actually related to him through family. But that is Liam Neeson's in it, Julia Roberts. I forget who else is in it as well. There's a really lot. The fella that played. He did one of the. Alan Rickman starred in it. Watch it. Yeah, watch it, Boris. It's a really good film. I would recommend it. Carl Simpson, Lord of Ireland. Don't make his head any bigger, please. The Lord of Ireland, Philip Brady.
Thank you, Carl. Thank you so much. That's better than Sir, anyway, you know.
At least he's not going to the King of the Celts yet.
Oh, no, that's coming, Boris. That's coming. You can feel that's coming. Yeah, I mean, you know what he's like. You know, he's like, he was complaining about the pink M&Ms backstage again. I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, what more can we do?
I don't mind the pink ones. The brown ones I don't like now.
Oh, Jesus. What we're going to do, Boris, with this diva? Carl says my job is done. Daniel Phil, good evening, Dermo and Philip. Big up, Daniel. Hope you do well. And then Carl says, Dermo, the TikTok king. I'm getting notifications. I know Dermo has been up to no good. Yeah, we're on TikTok now, guys. Notifications are in the description. We're also on Instagram as well. So we're on there. Right. Well, I tell you what.
Say something there, but better not. We'll be on Tinder. We'll be on Tinder and Grindr next.
There just goes our chances to be remonetized again, and our channel taken that. It's been great knowing you all. 3 years has been a blast, but that's it. Right. Column's done a little video for us, and I don't know what it is. I haven't seen it yet. So he done this as a tribute for us. So we're going to have a look at it, and then after you brought that up, Philip, we're going to have to bring up the fella with the Pochi. We might as well bring it up now. After what you've just said, we will bring that up as well now. Philip, I'm joking. Okay, you're fine.
Yeah,
right. This is a little...
Wait till after Monday, Bernard. Wait till after Monday before you start pulling that thing out.
And then we get lost straight away again. This is a little video that he's done for us. So thank you very much to Colin for doing this and everyone. So please enjoy it. There's music, no sound, so we can talk over it. So this
you might just want to start it. The mods are losing their minds. They're going insane.
Yeah, I know. I can see, and I know who's starting it, so I'm going to sort him out in a minute. This little montage, so please enjoy. 3 years of this channel.
Jesus.
This was the original intro. Look, there's Philip. You can see him there in his flat cap in the top right-hand corner. There's Boris. You can see him in gold there. Look at him. Looking well.
Jump forward.
I'll turn the sound back. Yeah, I'll turn the sound back on. The music's good, actually.
Jesus, get him off.
Good Lord. Well, there you go. Thank you so much, Colin.
That's great.
Thank you so much. Honestly, it is. But that, it. I don't know what to say now.
Did you keep stopping it there and moving that bit on when I was on it?
No, No, StreamYard. There's been problems for StreamYard all day. They're having problems tonight.
All right. Okay. Okay.
Apparently, Colin says there will be a longer version featuring many more clips uploaded by Sunday. Oh, Jesus. Right now, there is another video we found. Now, I am going to bring this up while we're in the sort of memory mood. I need to find it first. If it's the right one, let's see. There's two actually. Let's see now if it's here. No, wrong one. Not the one I wanted. Now, this is going back a few years now. Let's see now. Hang on. Let's get this right. I have to get this right now. Please make it right. Please make it right. All right. Okay. It's not that one. We'll find it. Ah, here it is. Found the one. Found the one. Now, this is going back, right? Right. This is going back. But some things have never changed. In some things, Philip, have never changed, right? I have to put it up. I'm sorry. Right? What's going to happen in a minute? It's something that's reoccurred over the years on THFC till I die. It's a future thing, right? So we're going to play it a little bit.
It could be worse.
So you're pimping out again, were you, Goover?
Absolutely. Anything for the channel, for you know
this
me.
This is in the early days, guys. Right?
Right.
This is the early days. This is early
Philip,
me.
where do we go from here? I mean, where did it go wrong? How did it go wrong?
It's like, I was just looking there at the intro. See your introduction there, all those players fanning across the screen. What would those players make of last night's performance? What would Bill Nick make of that last night? Bill Nick is probably still spinning in his grave, as is Jimmy Greaves, Alan Gilzine, all the legends that have gone ahead of us. I'm supporting Spurs longer than I even care to think about. And last night was the worst performance in all those years. I thought it mightn't be quite the worst, but after thinking about the ones I thought were the worst, it's jumped ahead of them in number one position. Crazy performance. That's
right, Philip. I'm sorry. Do you agree with your comments back then?
At the time, yeah. If I said it then, I meant it then. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we
can
were
I
all
ask you, where's that picture gone?
Huh?
Yeah. Where's that picture gone from behind you, Philip?
I think this was taken. I don't know. No, hold on. We hadn't moved. Actually, that was in our old house. That was in our other house, I think.
Was it really?
Actually, yeah. Oh no, hang on. No. When was that done? 3 years ago.
3 years ago.
Yeah, we hadn't moved. Trying to think.
Now,
because this house hasn't been done up at that stage. Yeah, I think it was down in Navan, all right. Yeah, I can't remember, but I think that's where it was.
Right. Something's going to happen in a minute, Philip, which has never changed in all the times we've been working together. All right, and please find it, because I found it the other night, and it's funny. So we're going to continue. Once we get to that bit, we'll turn it off, and then we'll get on to the propers. Sorry about this, Boris. I'm just having a bit of fun tonight because it is 3 years. So we're going to continue on a little bit to the bit. The first person to cop on to what's happened gets a hello from me. So here we go. We'll continue for a little bit.
I've ever seen from a Tottenham team. And I hope I never see it again.
There you go.
Sorry, my phone just went off.
Hi, your grandfather.
Just go on with. That was quite a frequent occurrence, actually. That was quite a frequent occurrence, you know, especially in the daytime shows when the phone would ring at 4:30 or 5 o'clock, you know.
Yeah. Well, it still happens even if it's not Philip. It also happens with tequila a lot, doesn't it?
Oh no.
Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry.
Usually when the phone rang, Dermot would come out with something. That's Daniel Levy ringing up to complain about you complaining.
Oh, I'm sorry, Finn. I heard that and I thought I've got to do that bit. That bit has never changed.
That was good fun.
That bit has never changed in all the Tequila made a lovely comment to me. He says that looking back at the other videos, he went, Dermo, you've lost a lot of weight. I went, thank you. Yeah. Looking back at that, I have. Yeah, honest to God, I'm sorry for that bit. When I saw that bit in the phone going off, I thought that bit has never changed.
I've changed my ringtone since then as well. So
yeah, I have actually, to be fair. Jazzy. Big up to Daniel. Okay, what's going on? It's the 3rd birthday, Daniel. So we've had a bit. We're feeling a bit of a party mood. Carl Simpson says, "Let's have it's still injured." Yeah, that's never changed.
Actually, Dermot's been on the beer since 12 o'clock, but don't tell anybody.
I have, yeah. Terry White says, "Big up, gents, brilliant." DJ Samuels, I don't know what is that? Boris, you're part of the younger generation.
It's YouTube's version of a crying emoji. You know, like how in the YouTube chat you've got both emojis, and you what aren't like the normal ones. They're like weird sort of alien outer space, whatever they are. Probably Arsenal fans in disguise.
No, DJ Samuel, he's a good man. Colin says there will be a longer version featuring many more clips. I'm not looking forward to that, but yeah. Sorry, Philip. I've actually got Dave's first ever appearance on the channel as well, lined up for later. I might actually send it to Dave. There you go. We've got big up Tim Lee. Goes Kuva. Yeah, Kuva was back in there. Good man, Kuva. Big up Kuva. Carl says, so Dermo, you are showing somebody else's house now. Somebody else is living there now. There you go. Philip, what was that picture behind you? Was that a Tottenham photo?
Yeah. It was a picture of some of the Tottenham players.
Where's that picture gone?
I don't know why. I can't remember why I had it up there. Probably covering a damp patch on the wall or something.
Where's it gone, though?
Oh, I don't know. Asher, listen. Probably gone in the dustbin long ago.
Right.
Well, let's threw it out after that. I was so disgusted with that performance. I probably threw it in the bin the next day.
What was the game we were talking about, Philip? Can you remember?
Was that the one? Was it the one in Slovenia? Because I remember we were playing part-timers. There was a taxi driver, and I think some guy had to be at work at 7 o'clock the next morning or something like that. You know?
Yeah.
Mora,
yeah. Yeah. Do you see what we've had to put up with, Carl? Boris, sorry. You see what we, honest to God. Yeah, it's Daniel Levy, and then Carl says, was that the first time? Was that the first time you came on? I think that was your first ever appearance.
That's what you said. I can't remember, but yeah, it could have been. Yeah.
Wow.
Could have been.
You haven't changed much, Philip. No, I meant that in a nice way. You're still.
Oh, I know. Yeah, well, thank you. No, it's just
You've tempered a bit. Me and Tequila have said you've calmed down a bit since then. You're more mellowed now.
Well, you might be saying that now if there's a few bad results come our way.
But Boris, back in the day, Philip was. How can I put? He was like the. How can I? You weren't mincing your words 3 years ago, were you, Philip?
Well, I don't mince my words at all, so I never will. I never did. I'd love a few more Sheffield United moments. That's what I want.
Yeah.
Knee slides across the floor.
Oh yeah, this is true, Boris. We were doing the watch along last year. I don't know if you're part of the channel then. And
yeah, was it the 2-1 spare Sheffield United set?
Yeah,
the one where
yeah, that was it. That's when we lost Philip completely. 1 minute he was there, next minute, where the fuck's Philip gone? Next thing, Philip sliding against the wall. Anyway, well, let's get on with it. I'm going to jump into Studio B, Philip. Sorry, so I just have to go to the other studio.
Is there a taxi coming to take you? Yeah, so far
no,
away.
I'm already here. See, I'm in Studio B. This is the predicted lineup, our predicted lineup for the game against Everton tomorrow. I will go through the team, guys. We are playing the 4-2-3-1 formation. Well, let's start with the people that are out first, actually. That makes more sense. Out is Solanke. He's got an ankle injury. Possible return date is unknown. And also Bentancur is out as well. Head possible return date for the away game and Newcastle United. Philip, what's your news on the injury front with Solanke and Bentancur? But firstly with Solanke.
Well, Solanke seems to got a kick on the ankle fairly early on against Leicester. And I think he ran around. He didn't look injured, but I think it's one of those injuries that swelled up the next day and may have been aggravated in training the next day. So I'd say he'll probably be back he might be back for Newcastle, but he could make his home debut against Arsenal, I think, in the next match. It's a shame, really, because he went the whole of last season without getting injured. In the first 10 minutes playing for Tottenham, he gets an ankle injury. But, and Bentancur, of course, go on.
Well, sorry, I'll get to Bentancur in a minute for that. Solanke for you, Boris. Are you disappointed?
First half, I thought it was amazing. Like I've always said, I'll back him to the hill because I think he is an amazing player. But second half, it was disappointing. It's disappointing that he got injured, but from what it sounds like, from what Andrew said in the press conference, he should be back for the Newcastle match, hopefully.
And then Bentancur, Philip, which was quite worrying at some stage.
It was for a while. It looked like but the cameras don't show us. It's a bad injury.
No.
I have to say, I'm not always complimentary to Sky, but I have to compliment them the way they handled it. They were very tasteful the way they did it, and apart from that Fies fella of Leicester seen laughing his head off with Bentancur lying on the ground, that wasn't very good. But anyway, listen, he'll be out for this week because of the protocols with concussion. But I'd say he'll be back next week.
Yeah, and can I say, us doing the watch along for it, it's very difficult, isn't it, to go balance between making people really worried to saying it's all right, guys, it can be up in a minute, or guys, this is something really serious, isn't it? It's very difficult, and us as people watch us who can't watch the game. It's a very balancing act you have to do, haven't you? And I think we did quite well, to be fair, the pair of us on that. But
I think what we did, though, we took it in turns. We muted the thing and put the volume up on the TV to see what they were saying, because other than that, we really didn't know. And when I saw the oxygen mask coming out, I thought, God, that's worrying. But he threw it away. He sort of pushed it away. He didn't really want it. So. And I saw that.
There's one picture of him on the floor, and somebody on the description, and you would think he was. I thought he had a heart attack first. That's what I thought. That's what happened.
Yeah. There was an elbow or a clash of heads, wasn't it? It was a clash of heads.
I think it was one of the Leicester players when he jumped up, their elbow hit him in the head, and then he ended up just collapsing straight from the net.
It wasn't Jamie Vardy by any chance, was it?
No, I think it was one of the defenders, to be honest, of Leicester.
So are we going to miss them both on Saturday, guys? I think we're going to miss Bentancur more than Solanke in a way.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Well, it depends who we bring in. Okay, I know Richarlison is the obvious replacement, but I wouldn't be a bit surprised if we played Kulu as a false 9 tomorrow.
Well, this is the predicted lineup. This is what I've done a lot of research. This is what I've gone with. So it's up to you guys. You guys in the chat. This will be going into the community section as well after the thing. I've started with Vicario and goal. I've got a back four of Porro, Romero, Van de Ven, and Destiny. Why Porro's got one goal next to him? Because he's already scored a goal already this season. So he's already got a goal. We got Papa Sarr, and I've brought back Basuma back into the midfield as well. Then I've got a tree of Kulu, Jock Johnson, who I'm sick of now. So I'm just jumping them now. So Kulu, Maddison, and Sonny. And up front is Big Richie. Philip, what do you reckon? I mean, Hog God 10 saying Richie's not match fit. Do you think I've got it right, or would you make any changes to that predicted lineup?
Well, the goalkeeper in the back four pick itself, really.
Yeah.
Midfield, Basuma coming back. I'd say there's a maybe 50-50 chance that might happen. I think the fact we're going to be playing Everton at home, and Everton are going to be parking the bus, I have a feeling we might just play one holding midfielder, be it Basuma or Sarr, and bring in Bergvall. Because Bergvall did very well. He showed no fear on Monday night. Maybe possibly, I don't know. Then the front three, I would play Kulu up front, right, as a false 9. I would put Odegaard out on the right hand side and Madison and Son. That's what
you know what? That's not a good. That's not a bad shout, Philip. Actually, I forgot about the young winger. Actually,
I think he's got his work. I think he's probably got his work permit through now, so he should be eligible.
His work permit's all through and stuff like that. He is ready for the game on tomorrow.
He'll certainly feature. Whether he doesn't start, he'll certainly feature.
Boris, would you agree with Philip with that? What he says, or would you make any changes yourself? What would you go with?
I'd make a few changes in regards to that. I'd take off Basuma and I'd put Archie in, considering he's actually known to play like a sort of makeshift 6, like how Bentancur can play it.
Good point.
I bring Kulu as a number 10. I bring Wilson onto the right, and I'd have Richarlison if he is fully match fit, which he obviously seems he's not. So I'd probably end up having to play Kulu with a false 9, then Wilson on the left, and even maybe Madison in the mid as a number 10 if Richarlison is a match fit for the time being.
Richarlison scored a few against Everton last season, so he'd be up for it tomorrow if he is anywhere near fit,
Yeah. And also, guys, let me know if you like this for the watch along. If you want me to have this as my setup for the watch along, for me, like with the scoreboard, of course, but with a team like this. And let me know if you like this, guys, or not. If you can, let me know, and I will bring it up. I forgot about Archie Gray, to be fair. Now it was said
he can play there. He can play there, and he did well on Monday night when he came on as well. So
he did. Ange was asked in the press conference about Basuma. Is he in the squad? Yeah, he is in the squad, but he's still got a lot of bridges to build.
Yeah.
But what do you read into that?
Well, I think I presume the club has banned him for a match, and I presume they fined him, but they've kept it in-house. I'm a little surprised the FA hasn't got involved. And they might still, but I think the time to get involved was last week when it actually was a fresh bit of news. Now it's old hat, it's old news. So he may. I have a feeling. I don't think he'll start tomorrow, but being back in the squad would be a start for it. I actually thought we should get rid of him because I've zero tolerance for anything like that, But I'll trust Anne's judgment. If he thinks he can do a job for us, it might be the wake-up call he needs. So we'll have to wait and see. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I don't know. For me, I was reading looking at a few other channels the last few days, Philip, and a few of them are saying, look, he's done his time. You can't keep flogging him for a mistake he's made. Maybe he does. Everyone deserves redemption. And I think a lot of players have done a lot worse, Philip, to be fair. If you look at in the past, you've got players that have match fixed. You've got players that have betting on games that are still allowed to play.
Paqueta betting on himself to get booked, and he's still playing away.
Yeah, exactly. You've got he made a mistake. It could be the crowd he's running around with. I mean, Philip, you and me now. I'm in my 40s. You're just slightly older than me. When we were his age, I'm sure we made mistakes when we were younger. We did things back then that we wouldn't do now as we're older.
The thing about this, we're not in the public eye as much.
No, he is.
He is, and he really should have known better,
Yeah. Boris, look, you're a young fan. You're a young man. You're in your early 20s. You're probably more up to date with it than probably me and Philip is. What do you think? Do you agree with the people that say a ban was good enough and a fine and put him to classes and let him try to rebuild his trust? Or do you think if you want to send a message out to the rest of the players, it's to get rid of him, sell him? Do you think Ange is doing it? It's basically 2 questions, sorry. Firstly, is Ange doing it right? And secondly, as a youngster, do you feel more pressure in this day and age to when me and Philip were your age, where there was probably less pressure?
I'd say to answer your first question, I'd say yeah, he's doing it right, and I wouldn't be surprised if the police haven't been involved in it as well in regards to it. So they've probably kept it in house, but the police have also got involved with it due to it being a Class C substance. So they've obviously probably got involved there with it, and he might end up having some community service maybe as well, like that, as well as some other stuff, as well as having to rebuild the bridges back at the club. Whereas you can see like how many youngsters there are, like around my age or younger, really. So I'd say in that term, yeah, but I'd also say to answer your second question, it is a lot different with how it is now. Like from your eras at the clubs, and well, when you've been following the clubs, a lot of, I think I said this last time when it became like a major issue. I think I said it to Philip, like during like the 70s, 80s, and all that, like stuff what came out of scandals was completely different to the scandals today. Like today we've got like the Greenwood situations, the Paqueta situations, the Tony situations, and stuff like that. Whereas back then there was the Maradona stuff, the Ronaldinho, and so on and so forth. It's just different time frames, really, and unfortunately, I don't think it'll have that big of an impact on the the kids who follow him, but like I think it still will have like a negative effect, like seeing like one, if some people end up idolizing him, like say back in like, where's he from, Mali or Senegal? I can't remember. I think it's Mali. Yeah, if they see him doing that sort of stuff, and like I think it will have a negative impact on him back with AFCON as well, like with his country as well. Like I don't see why, because I think it'd just be disrespectful in their eyes to see one of their biggest players doing that sort of thing.
Yeah, I mean, Philip, look. To be fair, footballers have done daft things in their time. You look at the biggest and more George Best. You go then to the likes of Paul Gascoigne, Tony Adams, but some of them players have come back and redeemed themselves and really proved that they can come back from the depths of the barrel, if you know what I mean. Mm-hmm. If you could give Basuma one bit of advice, what would it be?
Think before you do something stupid. Think of the consequences. Think of the impression you're giving to younger people who look at you as a role model.
Yeah.
And also think that you could be jeopardizing their future. And anyone be putting laughing gas up his nose, that's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, well, look. So let us know in the chat what you guys think. Ask me. I think Angie's dealt with it really well, and I think the club have dealt with it really well, to be fair. I think the club have really done the right thing here. Should he be playing tomorrow? We'll have to wait and see. It's down to Ange at the end of the day. He's the manager, but I think start him on the bench and bring him on. But I think you can't keep punishing him for something over and over again. I think last week you're right, Philip. Last week was the time for everyone to do something. A week on, I think we need to draw a line under it and move on.
You know the FA. They're launching themselves. They could come in at any stage and do it. You know?
Yeah, I know. We'll go back in a few chats here. Carl is big up to Chris Wells, 3 years. Wow, he was laughing at Philip in the phone call. That made me giggle. I'm sorry, Philip. I didn't mean to embarrass you, but that just bit never's changed. I'm sorry. Carl says, I think I was causing trouble. Now you're grand, Carl. Dermo was the first person to give me the confidence to come on the stream.
Yeah.
I don't know how to take that. I don't know how to take that, to be fair. I'm just me. And you done it yourself, Carly. You had the confidence to come on. It's nothing to do with me or Philip, but you did it yourself, man. So you should pat yourself on the back. I always say it was me and Philip didn't know each other if it wasn't for the pandemic and Dave starting off his YouTube channel. And we started from there, didn't we, Philip? Really?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, the pandemic brought a lot of things out into the open that might never have got going only for it, you know. That's one good thing that came out of the pandemic, anyway.
I always say that. I mean, you must never forget the people that passed away during it. But one of the good things to come out of it was this and us, me meeting a whole new family sort of thing.
Yeah, that's right.
Carl says, rather Solanke me 70 to be 100% for the net. God, Newcastle away. We'll get into that. Carl says we should have enough to win. If Richie doesn't start, he will be sold somewhere. For me, Hog God 10 says Richarlison's not match fit. Wouldn't be surprised to me if Kulu plays up front. And Wilson plays Ride White. That's a good shout.
Could be. That's what I was going to say. Well, that might happen. That's what I was saying might happen.
Kulu, Carl says, I have exactly the same formation to you, Dermo, and team. Wow. Richie scored 2 against Everton last time. He did last year. But Daniel said, I'm thinking of getting Richie up front, Bergfeld and Madders behind. That's not a bad shout. Let's just very quickly. I've dropped Johnson for my lineup. Should Postecoglou consider dropping Brennan Johnson? I'll start with you first, Boris, and then go to you, Philip. Should he consider dropping Brennan Johnson tomorrow?
Yeah, I don't see why not. I see Brennan as more of a super sub impact, really. Like we saw, like whenever he came off the bench, that's when he's most impactful. But when he starts games, he's not as impactful as he would be if he came off the bench.
Yeah, Philip, what do you reckon?
Yeah, I mean, Johnson now has got some serious competition for his place with Odegaard coming in. And it's going to be up to him to prove to Anja he is the better starter than Odegaard. So, like, Johnson did pretty well in the first half on Monday, but like a lot of the team, he faded in the second half. And I'd say he is going to be. If I had to put money on it, I would say Odegaard might slot in there, and Johnson will be a bench warmer now and be a super sub.
Why has he not? That's the question. Why does he fade away? He should be fit enough to last 90 minutes.
Yeah, I don't know whether it's his concentration thing or it's maybe the fullbacks. You know, like fullbacks get the measure of somebody. You can disappear from a game very quickly if you've got a good fullback against you. So it's a number of things, really. But it shouldn't be a confidence thing because, I mean, he strikes me as being a very confident young lad. But you just don't know what's going on in the background, really. You know, and form is temporary. You know, class is permanent, but you can go off form for a while, and then that loses your place, and then by the time you've got it back, someone else is playing it steady, and it's hard to get it back. So it's it's tough. Look, I think he just needs a spell on the bench, though.
Yeah, I agree with you. And look, I'm his biggest supporter. You know that. I'm his biggest supporter. I will back him, but I think it's time for him to be dropped, and I think it's time for him for somebody else to come in. Now, this time next week will be deadline day. So, and we all will be on. Hopefully, Boris will be with us. Colin will be with you as well, Philip. I know Colin's going to drop in and out. Hopefully, Carl can join us for deadline night as well. It's always a bit of fun on this channel. We always do it from 7 to the close of business. We always do the full 4 or 5 hours of it off the last of the window. Which positions, guys, does Spurs still need to strengthen in the final week of the transfer window? Where are we going with it and why?
We need another left back, I think. And I also think we need another number 6. I never said they mightn't go for number 6. But Locatelli, to me, is quidsing if we can get him for the right money, you know. I go for Locatelli.
Yeah.
I think if we got another fullback, even bring back Kyle Walker-Peters and Locatelli, I think that would be classed as a very good window, you know. But whether we will or not, who knows?
I do. Boris, what do you reckon?
Yeah, I have to agree with Philip on this one. That's the most crucial point is another left back, really, because yes, Reguilon started the club, but let's be honest, he'll probably end up going by the end of the window, maybe on loan, maybe permanent, who knows? So I'd probably say another left back, really, because of otherwise, if the doggy gets injured, it's Davies there, and nothing wrong with Davies. He just can't play like the sort of inverted wing back. What we need, what's high pace and high stamina. But And I don't see us, as from what it looks like, we're not going through number 6 this time, so we'll probably end up getting that in the winter window.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although
so where are we looking at? I mean,
sorry, what's that?
Yeah, go on, Philip.
No, I was
just going to ask where.
There you go. Go on.
No, what I was going to say to you was, if we don't get these in, right, whose fault is that then? Do you blame Ange? Do you blame the owners? Do you blame John Lang? Who do you blame? Because we should be getting the players in. If Ange doesn't get the players in, who do you blame?
I blame the agents, like I always do, because the agent will always influence a player whether to go to a club or not. I don't think it's a want to trying that haven't got all the players in. We may still do it, but I have an awful feeling we're going to be sitting here at 20 to 11 next Friday night watching Stenhouse Muir signing a fullback on a free transfer from Bonnie Rig Rose.
Yeah.
And that's going to be the height of it.
Yeah. What about you, Tequila? Sorry, Boris, sorry.
Every other name you've called me this stream, but I'd probably say...
I know, I'm sorry, I'm having a nightmare tonight.
Don't worry, mate. It's the loony bin pills, you haven't taken them yet, so don't worry about it. But I'd probably say it's a bit of everybody, really. Like, considering the fact is, we've had this long, I'll even admit it, I actually like the board and stuff like that. I know I'll even admit when I'm wrong. The board haven't done the best they could have. Whereas, we tried to save a bit of money there and stuff like that, but we've also... I think I also said it in I think it was yesterday's stream or something like that. I think I overestimated how much money we had to spend, and the fact is we've only sold a certain amount. We've only sold 35 million pounds worth of players anyway. Yeah. That's excluding Højbjerg. We'll still be getting that next summer because that's an obligation to buy instead of an option, and that's like 17 million euros. So compare that to another 15 million. So I'd probably say in general, though, honestly, it's a bit of everything. The agents, as Philip said, they have too much influence, I'd say. The board, because they didn't probably get the targets we wanted. But we also have to remember we had to get rid of a lot of dead wood as well. Because everybody was complaining that we've got too much dead wood at the club. And now when we're doing it, they're now complaining when we don't have enough players to fill up the squad.
Philip, look, last question on this, and then we are going to end off on the famous Pochine video. I'm sorry, I got to play it tonight, Philip. It's always a bit of fun. It is our birthday, so we are going to play it. It's one of our little... Boris, this video, right, is the time that we just take the piss out of football completely. And it is funny. Mostly
it's got nothing to do with football. It's got absolutely nothing to do with football, but we make it that way. Make it have something to do with football.
Yeah.
I got you.
So anyway, So Philip, look, last word on you, and yes or no question: how many players will we get in on between now and transfer deadline day?
I hope to say 2. We'll probably say 1.
Boris.
Same with Philip. I'd hope it'd be 2, but more than likely just 1.
Right, guys. But look, we are going to end off in a minute. It is our birthday, and why not end it in a bit of style? So here we go. This video has featured on this channel more than on one occasion. It is probably one of the most funniest videos. This video does have me in stitches. So we are going to play it. And Philip, you're going to kick up. Now, Philip, this is the Tottenham transfer team coming out of the meeting with Daniel Levy.
It's a scouting department.
Where do you think they're off to, Philip?
They're about to take a boat out to some remote island, where they've heard that there's a 19-year-old who's very good at kicking the ball and getting the dog to bring it back to him. So that's where they're off to. They heard he's available for a tin of Win-A-Lot and 50 quid. There we go.
I like the name of the boat, Mark II. Levy spending his money. There's the lads coming out of Foxborough Bay.
As you can see, they're driving state-of-the-art transport. It's they're all these self-drive cars.
Now, Boris, this was back in the day before you were a twinkle in your dad's eye. This is like just come out of Tottenham Way.
Jesus, that was when you were twinkling in your dad's eye with the phone, Boris.
I was alive back then, by the way. This was out. They're just coming. Philip, who do you think's in the car with them? John Langsdale? Do you reckon Langsdale? Now, what's happening here, Philip?
No, I tell you, I've just heard them. They're off on the secret mission. They're off to rescue the 21 surplus players from Chelsea, who were dispatched off to this island to train because they couldn't train with the main team.
Oh, so we'll probably find Sterling on that island too.
Yeah, that's it. Shergar is reported to go out there as well.
Now, here's Daniel Levy in his younger days.
That's actually Sean Dyche with a wig. That's Sean Dyche with a wig.
Maybe that's why we've had such bad scouting most of the time. We've had Sean Dyche as our scout.
Yeah. Now, every time I see this, I just think Hawaii 5. I think you want to play Hawaii 5-0 music coming into the island.
Played by the Chiefs.
This was the old Tottenham. Yeah, this was the old training ground back in the day. As you can see,
they're now carrying out a house-to-house search for the Chelsea players.
Yeah. Are you there, lads? Are you there? Anyone there? Sterling, are you there? Come on. We're taking you home. They're in here, lads. Yeah, they're in here. Yeah, we found them. Yeah, they're having a dinner. Look in there. Look at them. I think
that's house is a bit too small to hold them, to be honest, with the amount of players they have. I think we'd also need a bigger boat as well.
Yeah.
They make them swim back to the mainland.
Carl says they're about to find Dermo's stash.
Yeah.
Where he stashed all of the money Levy's offered him over the years.
There you go.
Anyway.
There we go. There's about 10 grand's worth of poaching gone down the Swanee.
Yeah. Now we can reapply for our monetization on Monday. Now I don't know if this has done us any favors by playing this or not.
Probably not.
Probably not. So look, we'll take it off now. But anyway, it was an old video we used to play back in the day.
That's good fun.
But yeah,
anyway.
It is funny. It is. Daniel says, Demo, you play some funny, outlandish stuff, fellow. Well, that's what this channel's about, isn't it, Philip? Before we end off.
It can't be always serious.
What's the three principles? No. What's the three principles of this channel, Philip? You know as well as I do. When we rebranded it, what was the one thing we wanted to keep its soul? It was laughter, wasn't it?
Yeah, I want to keep it light, keep good humored, no dark elements or no doom and gloom.
No.
Like, geez, even when we lose a game, we end up having a laugh about it eventually. It might take a while, but it
takes you 3 days.
Yeah, well, that's true. And I admit it. It takes me longer than that in reality. I'm putting on an act for a couple of days. Anyway.
Yeah. But look, when I started this channel 3 years ago, it was always the channel was always about never taking ourselves too seriously, taking the piss out of ourselves, but always loving the club we support. And I've always tried to keep that within the channel. We've always tried. You got other channels that are infighting, that are serious, and yet we can be serious.
Yeah,
we can be serious. We can be damning. We can be. We've had stuff happen in the channel, but at the end of the day, in the very soul of this channel, it's all about fun, and it's all about respect, and it's all about respecting each other. And that's the one thing Now, tomorrow, guys, we are back, and we're back with a match day build-up like no other. Philip, do you want to take us what we've got tomorrow? Because we've got three great shows tomorrow.
Tottenham TIC-TOC will be on at about 2 o'clock, running up to about 2:45. And then that'll be given all the build-up to the match, team news, all that sort of stuff. Then the watch-along will be from 2:45. The match game kicks off at 3 o'clock. And then after the game, you're having a post-mortem. The best way of describing it, a post-mortem. Dermot, and who's going on with you on that one, Dermot? Boris?
No, me and Boris is on at you at 2.
Me and Boris are on at 2. Then we're doing the watch-along. And then yourself and Tequila afterwards, isn't it?
Yeah, well, you and me doing the watch-along, and then me and Tequila doing post-match live.
Yeah.
I just want to welcome a few more people in before we go. Early Doors Football TV, the only West Ham fan I respect, and actually genuinely respect. He does a great show on the Sunday evening. Do get over there. It's a bit like going down to the East End of London, having your pie and mash and your jelly deals. That's what you get on that channel. It's all good fun. It is good fun. Good. They're all and we have to get you on this channel. We have to work it away to get you on this channel, guys. And he says evening all in the chat. Simply, Daniel Levy has outdone himself by spending $6 million on a youngster rather than getting a proven right winger who can make an immediate impact. We have to wait and see. Daniel Fell says absolutely. Also, and that's the thing, we've lost Mia between the end of the season and the start of this season. Yeah. And I was so sad to see her go because she was one of the channels. Mia did a lot for us as well, didn't she, Philip? Mia came on and did a lot, and we miss her terribly. Boris, where can people find you, sir? Have you got any Instagram or have you any TikTok or X where people can get in contact with you and talk to you about Spurs?
Well, I haven't fully got my Twitter account set up yet, but when I do, I'll give it to a demo so we can get it all plugged in and stuff like that. But you can find me either here or if there's ever a Tottenham game where it's in European football or anything like that, you'll find me on the European.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're doing that. Don't forget all the international guys are going there. Early Doors Football says it's a shame about Mia. Always got on with her. Yeah, so did I. And Philip, why do you think that the likes of it's a shame seeing the good channels go, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I think it's a toxicity that's knocking about some particular places that can affect some people and make them make a decision like that. So, it's again, if we don't need it, it's everyone just we're all Spurs fans, but people with different agendas seem to pressurize people that they don't agree with, and some people just say, right, I had enough, I'm gone. So,
yeah. Definitely. When we play West Ham, guys, we'll do a collab for the West Ham game. Should be fun. Yeah. I'll have to behave
fairly myself. Soon, isn't it? That's fairly soon. That game.
It is. I have to behave myself that day. Me and Barney the dinosaur.
Yeah, he's getting a barring order on you.
Yeah. Early Doors. I do take. Apparently, Barney the dinosaur is somewhere in Manchester tonight with Chirpy in the nightclub. With some confirmed reports.
So they have a bottle of bubbles with them as well.
Yeah. Yes, she decided it wasn't for, and it's a shame. It really is. Simply, it's a great show, lads. Look forward to the next cat. You two, Simply Ace and Early Doors. That's fair enough, Carl. Hope all is well with you, mate. Well, listen, guys, thank you so much for the birthday sort of things. Philip, do you want to leave one lasting word before we come out? You are the voice of wisdom on this channel. You are the godfather for a reason. Do you want to say thank you to everyone and about the channel and just say, because you and me did the remake of this, did the rebranding of this channel. So, do you want to say something?
Yeah, it's over 2 years since that was done. And the support has just got better and better. And I said, keep it up. We're only, 89 away from 2,000. We'd like to get there by the end of the month. It'd be great if we could. And Like everyone that's been coming on. I mean, it's great to see the same faces coming back on every time and enjoying the fun. And hope I hope you go away with at least feeling a bit uplifted about Spurs. Even though sometimes the subject matter might be a bit controversial because we didn't sign this or we didn't do that, but we're all Spurs fans, and I think the future is still very, very bright.
Yeah, I just want to say a massive thank you to you for all the help you've given this channel, all the support you've shown me, all the times you've come on when you've been not happy with the result, but you've always come on, and you've been a great friend off air as well as on air, a great co-presenter for me, and I want to say thank you very much for everything you've done, because you've been such a support for me in the dark times and the good times, and I can't thank enough for everything you've done for this channel.
And the same back at you as well. The same back at you as well. So,
yeah, and also Boris as well. It's great to have you on, Boris. We're growing as a channel. We've brought Boris in so we connect with the younger viewers, the younger fans, Boris, and this is where you come in. And we're not just an old. Take this the wrong way, Philip. We're not a fuddy-duddy channel on here. And bless Mrs. Brady for sneezing, by the way. She was sneezing, so we'll just say bless her. Bless you.
No, wasn't here. Wasn't here. Must be somewhere else. No.
It wasn't me, because my Mrs. Mrs. Tron Sparko in the chair. So she's away in the land of the nod. But yeah. So Boris, do you want to say anything about the channel? Before we, because I'm going to say a few words for a few people that are not here. So do you want to say anything about the channel, what it means to you?
Well, I think what it means to me is what it means to everybody else here. It gives us something to actually all be around, really. It gives us something to forget our days, whether it's either good days, bad days. It's just something to always cheer you up no matter what happens, even if we do end up losing. We always try and find the positives and the negatives in the match, but we more than likely try and find the positives so everybody keeps themselves happy. Because we don't want to just be a negative fan base, because we had far too much under Jose and Conte. Those years weren't the best for us. I think every Spurs fan knows that. It's like, yes, results, they sometimes went our way, but they didn't at other times. Overall, I think it's just a perfect channel for this, because it's probably, I'd say, this and the Irish Hotspur are the only two reasonable channels who have both sides on mainly, and whereas there is other channels as well, like United Bets America, LTL Cockeral, Talking Ball, all that sort of stuff. But overall, I'd say it's just great to be a part of this, and I hope to stay here and hope to help us grow as much as we can.
Yeah, that's it. And I want to thank people, the subscribers, the people that keep coming back in all the time. We want to thank you, because without you, we couldn't do this. We couldn't do this channel without you guys. Philip, if you need to pop off, you can. If you need to, well, you are muted.
Yes, yeah, I think I'll have to move actually. Listen, I'll see you tomorrow, lads, okay?
See you tomorrow. Okay, see you
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Bye, Boris.
Bye.
Bye, lads.
I was just for a finish. Thank you guys, because you guys keep us going. You are the guys that keep us doing what we love doing, and you're the guys that keep me motivated to come out with content, to come out with more stuff for you, to put shows together, and it's down to you guys. So we could all thank each other. We can all blow smoke up each other's asses, sort of thing, on this channel as hosts and co-hosts and that. But if it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't be here. So a massive thank you to you guys for everything you do. And do hit that like button. Do hit that subscription button. We're on the march to 2K. Hopefully, we will get remonetized after Monday, and then we're back in the game. But whatever you do, please look after yourself. Love one another. Always support Tottenham. And as always, after you kiss your wife good morning and see your kids, next thing you say is you shout at the top of your voice, "Come on, you Spurs," because they're the team. They're our second love. There's Boris with, I don't know, with a birthday cake. Big up Dragon D nuts. I'm having a mare tonight, Boris.
Yeah, just a bit. Just a bit, Matt.
Yeah. I need to go and take my medication now.
Yeah, right. Yeah, the women you pills. You haven't taken them yet, have you?
No, seriously, I do have to take my mental health medication after this. So that's true. So I'm not lying about that.
Oh, we know about it. Don't worry about it. So, yeah, no problem.
No problem. Listen, we're back tomorrow at 2. Come and join us for all the build-up for Everton. Watch along at 3. Post-match live down at 5:30. Whatever you do, come on, you Spurs. And Big Ange, we trust. Now, Boris, you've got to do Tequila's famous words. So take us out, Boris.
Okay, 1 second.
Guys.